Welcome back to Broken Electronics. I'm Lee, and it's a real pleasure to spend some time with you here today. What I'm planning on focusing on today is my PowerMac G4 digital audio yet again. Wonderful machine with some amazing upgrades. 1.47 gigahertz PowerPC G4 processor upgrade, upgraded graphics card, an eSATA card, which has the internal drives connected to it, working very, very well. USB 2 card. And there's an eSATA card. Now, the problem with the eSATA card is it doesn't work. You go into System Profiler, it says no drivers. So, what I'm going to do today is embark on a hunt. Let's see if we can't find the drivers that machine needs. You know, I've searched for things on the internet before and been able to come up with them. If not, maybe we can figure it out from some other place. Now, if it doesn't work, I have an alternative plan. I have here a PCI FireWire 800, which has got 3 FireWire 800 ports. It does have Molex power, so you should be able to use all 3 of those. A FireWire 800 is not going to match eSATA by any means in terms of speed, but, you know, it's a darn sight better than either USB 2 or FireWire 400. So, I'm looking forward to this. If you're looking forward to seeing this hunt, please stay tuned. Well, okay, here we are, and it's been a merry hunt. I have been looking and looking and searching to find drivers for this eSATA card. I found some eSATA drivers that might have worked for other kinds of cards, but I'm not sure. Most of the ones I found seem to be Snow Leopard or above, so I don't know. What I finally managed to do was to contact the seller. Seems like a great guy. I'd like to meet him someday. He had told me that he was the second owner of the machine, but he got it from the original owner just completely stock, and he's the one who did all of these upgrades on it, including the eSATA card. So I wrote him, and he was kind enough to dig through and find some drivers that he thought might work, and we're going to see. 10-4 Bird, I can't speak highly enough about it. It's a very, very functional email client. Works on Tiger and on Leopard, and you know, lets you communicate. So I opened up the email in 10-4 Bird, downloaded 2 zip files. Close out of 10-4 Bird now. There we go. And I look at these 2. It says SATA RAID and SATA RAID RR152. Now the card is a RocketRaid 1522A, so I think we're going to give a shot to that. I've extracted them, of course, from the zip files. And one of the big reasons I was looking at this in particular, it's got a PDF with very clear directions as well as a README file. So, okay, you'll be guided through the steps necessary to install this software. And here's our continue. 2.6 megabytes on volume Leopard SSD, exactly what we want. And okay, and we're going to have to restart. Yep, this is exactly right. That's exactly the driver for this card that we have. Well, it is nice to run into people who are so helpful. And install succeeded. Okay, so I'm going to stop the recording now. Good old Screenium is getting this for us. And then we will do the restart, and we will be right back with you to see if it worked. Stay tuned. Well, we're back. We're booted back up into digital audio and the Leopard desktop. It did, in fact, seem to install as it rebooted. Took a little while there, but all right. About this Mac, can't get enough of that 1.47 gigahertz PowerPC G4. Isn't that a beautiful thing? All right. And you know, every time I see that 1.5 gig of RAM, why on earth did Apple cut out that one slot? Well, doesn't matter. Okay. Coming into System Profiler. We got everything there, of course, and that. Let's take a quick look into graphics here just to see we've still got our 64 megabytes of video RAM. But the big thing we got to look at here, PCI cards. And yes, the card is on slot 4. RAID controller, driver installed. Yes. All right. Now, of course, that doesn't necessarily mean it works, does it? So let's plug in a drive. Well, that's a pain. Okay, it's plugged in, it's got power, it's, let's have a look in disk utility. Why are you beach balling? Okay. Okay, so we've got those two rated hard drives to make the 750 gig of storage there. And the 1 terabyte drive that's the SSD that's got the operating systems and data on there. That's funny. Huh. Well, that's no fun. Alright. Seems to think I have power. Let's try this once again. Huh. It's not there. Hmm. So what I'm doing, of course, you can't see, I am plugging the power in, because the thing with the eSATA drive, eSATA does not deliver power, so it has to be plugged in via USB to get power. So I'm just plugging it into different sources of power. Okay. Nope. Well, I'll tell you what, the old computer's saying, when in doubt, reboot. So I'm going to try rebooting it, and we shall we shall see what happens. Stay tuned. Well, so we've rebooted, and lo and behold, there's the drive. Why it would not boot up or mount or even show? So yeah, these are the files that I had stuck on it. Mostly, yeah, the files from the last G5 quad that video that I did when I was using Screenium on the quad. Well, that strikes me as a little weird. I mean, it's there and it's working. Take a look in disk utility. Come on, anytime now. Okay, and there it is. It's a 512 gig SP SSD. Then the two parts of the RAID that make up storage. So that's all there. Now, admittedly, it's going to be a bit of a pain if every time I plug in the eSATA drive, I'm going to have to restart the machine. Okay, it's not showing anything is plugged in there. Or there. Okay, so it is showing on the ATA the two hard drives that are in there. All right, well, I really don't know. I can work with it some and see if I can figure it out. Now, I mean, the thing is the speed of eSATA as opposed to USB 2 or FireWire 400. This machine does not have 800. That's a thought for the future, but still. Yeah, if I've got any large amount of files to copy, that could be worth doing. But yeah, it's a little funny. I don't really know why that is happening. But the main point, we do have the eSATA card in there now. It is in fact working. We can copy at the very good eSATA speeds. So in all, this is very successful. I'll see what I can figure out about the problem of getting it to mount. You should be able to just plug the drive in, bang, it mounts, and there you go. But we're fine. Alright, so we may very well have another video on this machine dealing with some of the capabilities. But anyhow, I'm really glad to note that we now have all of the seller's upgrades up and running and working. Because he obviously put a tremendous amount of work into this machine. I have learned a lot just from looking at this, diving into it, and seeing what's going on. So, yeah, I hope you've learned something too and found it interesting, and we'll be back with this a little bit in the future. Be good to other people. Other people certainly deserve it. Be good to yourselves. If you aren't good to yourself, not much else is going to matter. We'll make this a better world yet. Since it is not yet a better world, take very, very good and careful care. So we're going to be back, another video at least on this machine. I've got some more Power Mac G5 goodness coming up and some surprises to deal with there, as well as a bunch of other stuff too. So until that time, this has been Broken Electronics.